My girlfriend's friend was actually her ex. You know that gut feeling you get when something just doesn't sit right? That little whisper in the back of your mind saying, hey, something's off here. And you tell yourself to ignore it because you don't want to seem paranoid or insecure. Yeah, I ignored mine. And it cost me more than I ever thought possible. When I first met Lena, it felt like the universe had finally decided to give me a break. We met at a friend's housewarming party. She was laughing at something stupid someone said, and her laugh, man, it had that kind of warmth that filled a room. She wasn't the loudest or the flashiest person there, but she had presence, the kind that made everyone around her lean in when she spoke. She asked me if I wanted a drink, and we ended up talking for hours in the kitchen while everyone else got drunk in the living room. She told me about her job marketing, creative side, loved people, loved ideas. I told her about mine, a software developer who overthinks every line of code and every human interaction. Somehow, we clicked. The chemistry wasn't fireworks at first sight. It was quieter, deeper, like two puzzle pieces that didn't know they were missing each other until they met. A week later, she texted me. I had a good time the other night. Coffee sometime? And that's how it started. 2 years. That's how long we were together. 2 years of inside jokes, road trips, lazy Sunday mornings, and late night calls just to say, I miss you. She was thoughtful in ways that made my heart ache. She'd remember random details, my favorite tea, the way I liked my eggs, even how I hated when people interrupted movies to talk. She'd squeeze my hand in public, introduce me proudly to everyone as my boyfriend. And every time she said it, my chest felt full. For a long time, I really thought she was it, until Ethan entered the picture. I first heard his name maybe 6 months into our relationship. We were watching Netflix one night, some rom-com, and her phone buzzed. She glanced at it, smiled, typed something quickly, and put the phone face down. Who's that? I asked. Oh, just Ethan, she said, waving it off. He's an old friend from college. We were really close back then, but he's like family. Family? I laughed. Didn't know I was dating royalty. She grinned. You know what I mean. We've just known each other forever. He's harmless. And honestly, I didn't think much of it. Everyone has old friends. I have a few, myself, people I talk to occasionally, maybe grab a beer with once in a while. It didn't cross my mind to worry, at least not yet. The first time I met Ethan was at a group dinner. He showed up late, confident, loud, that kind of guy who instantly becomes the center of attention. Tall, well-dressed, clean-shaven, with that easy charm that makes everyone like him in 5 minutes or less. You're the famous boyfriend, he said, extending his hand to me like a politician greeting a voter. Lena never shuts up about you. He smiled, the kind of smile that feels friendly but also measuring, like he was assessing me. We shook hands. His grip was firm, too firm. Lena laughed and said, you two are finally meeting. I told you he's great. Right, Ethan? Ethan smirked. Yeah, you did. You've got good taste. There was a flicker of something in her eyes, a tiny pause before she smiled again. I caught it, pretended I didn't. Dinner went fine, mostly, but every now and then, they'd slip into these inside jokes that left me staring blankly. References to things that happened that one night in college or that crazy road trip to Goa I obviously wasn't a part of. It wasn't malicious, it just made me feel like an outsider to a story they'd already written. When we left, I told her it was nice meeting him. She smiled and said, see? Nothing to worry about. But slowly, little things started piling up. Text messages late at night, sometimes past midnight. Her screen lighting up with Ethan while she was scrolling TikTok beside me. She'd laugh at her phone, type something, then put it face down. Full story link below.